Morning.
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 Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DK64Randomizer.com. We've got a Season 4 race for you, a marquee matchup here at HDQ 2026. Woo! In the red corner, we have KeiperDontCare. And
all right.
In the blue corner, Connor75. I am Lrauq. I will be on the mic for you this evening with the one, the only, spikevegeta. How you doing, Chief?
I am doing wonderful, Lrauq. It is wonderful to be here with our good friend to complete the family we've got here on camera. We've got the one and only Tudos, who's going to be doing some wonderful tracking for us. Tudos, you can't talk, but I know you're having a good time. I love you, buddy. You're great. With that,
Connor, why don't you tell us what we're doing here?
Yeah, hello. I am so excited to be here, a part of this race, showing off DK64 Randomizer for the first time at a GDQ. This category we're doing, the Season 4 race settings, is a balance of fun and complexity and what the community has established over the last year as the settings that we like to race on consistently. So there's a ton of customization with this randomizer, and the commentators here will help explain everything that we're doing, but the objective is to defeat K-Rule and collect everything we need along the way to get 64 golden bananas and reach the final boss fight. But
I was going to say, that is correct. And I think with that, the first couple minutes of the run, Connor and I are going to be collecting a bunch of our early game checks, a lot of our early game information. We're not going to be talking too much. We're going to hand it over to Spike and Lrauq to handle that. But with that, I think this wonderful crowd here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that's a cheap pop. That's how you do those.
that's how you do that.
That's how you do that.
That's right.
Count us down from 5, shall we? 5, 4, 3,
2, 1. And since our donation incentive was met.
Yay, Disco Junkie!
So our early game is a lot of the standard checks. You got to check the back of BFI. We got a ferry over here. We got to capture the camera. That ferry could be anything. Who knows what we're going to see flying here?
Ooh.
Oh, God. Okay. I get to do this immediately.
We got a flying banana.
Yeah, so you're already seeing stuff in cages, stuff inside of that are actually replacing the fairy models, stuff in dirt. There are going to be checks everywhere. By collecting a bunch of small bananas, they can get checks. The randomizer devs have figured out how to make all of these different checks in the game. Oh, Keiper, nice first try. I was going to say, did you catch what that was? Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's our first little scrap of info. We got Lanky can be found in Gloomy Galleon. There are hints placed all over the world in the eponymously named Doses doors floating around all the levels. Oh, look, there's another one right there. What do we got here? Castle Donkey tree sniping is on the way of the horde.
Oh, God, why?
That's a little unusual.
You're not supposed to listen, now's my hint.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so to be clear, this is a race, but they are also 2 inches away from each other, so no cheating, no screen sniping. But yes, so everybody watching right now, which is probably 99% of you who have never watched a Donkey Kong 64 randomizer, reminder, you can go to DK64Randomizer.com to change that right now, but do it after this race. But we've got our lovely tracker here in the middle. The main things that our players are going to want to find are the Kong family there.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Okay.
We'll get to why that's terrible in just a second. But you've got your 25 squares underneath the Kongs in all those rows. Those are all the different moves that you learn throughout the game. The guns like Coconut Gun or Peanut Pop Guns. You got all their different various instruments and all their different active moves. As they find more of those, that is going to allow them to gain access to more checks all throughout the seed that they can then get access to and try to go, find what they need to beat the seed. A big number they're looking for is they eventually want to get to 64. There's a reason for that. It's Donkey Kong 64. We're trying to get to 64 golden bananas. So we also got to do that. And all those boss keys on the bottom, we need to find all 8 of them. They both started with 2. We need to get the rest of them. So yeah, we need to find all that stuff.
The other moves we need for the endgame boss fights, they'll have to find along the way. We just got a hint that said Tiny Phase is a part of the endgame, so we're going to be on the lookout for Featherbow and Mini Monkey. That'll be Tiny's gun and Tiny's barrel.
Y'all like that Mario Kart 64 run? I am currently listening to some Choco Mountain.
Yo, nice.
That is one of the many songs that we have planned out into this seed. If you didn't catch the segment that I did earlier with Connor and Fu and Adaf and all of them, a lot of this music that you are hearing right now was actually made by the community. We have just an absolutely incredible amount of people that just make custom music. If you wanted to play through DK64, randomizer.com, listening to nothing but Toho music, you could do that. The options you have are virtually endless. I think we have close to 2,000 songs that you can use, and this is a pack that I put together to kind of represent all of the games that are in the games list this year to celebrate DK64 getting in for the very first, not DK64, randomizer.com getting in for the very first time. As Lrauq mentioned ever so gently, we already have a pretty sad thing that we know, which means that we need to get into, like, effectively, what is this? If we need to get into effectively, like, the final area of the game in order to get something for Tiny Phase. The two items that we need for Tiny Phase are Mini Monkey and Featherbow, and I'm pretty sure Connor and I probably both have Mini Monkey at this point, so it's fairly safe to say that Featherbow, or at least something leading us to Featherbow, is going to be in Hideout Helm, which is very funny. What did I get? I don't know what happened. I don't know what I just got. What did I just get? Let's see.
You got something.
Did I get what did I get there? I think I got a
homing ammo?
Homing?
I got homing ammo.
Okay.
I got homing ammo.
Yeah, this is one of the quality of life improvements added to the randomizer.
Whoa, there
you can pause the game and see what you have and where you found it too.
Key number 3.
Okay.
Big head mode, classic customization available on DK64randomizer.com.
It makes Chunky's afro just even more, like, impressive, right? Like, this is I don't need to climb this tree.
It's so impressive it gets in the way of...
We're going to get some info here if one of you wants to explain this. Did he? Okay. So that was our helm order. So that helm area that I mentioned earlier, normally in the vanilla game, you have to do all 5 rooms of helm in order to complete it. In the randomizer, I'm gonna try to pick up both of these at the same time. I did, very good.
Nice.
Normally you have to complete all 5 rooms in Hideout Helm in order to win. In these settings, we only have to complete 2 of them, and when you talk to Snide, he will tell you which 2 rooms you need to complete. And as of right now, the only 2 things we know for sure about this seed is that we need tiny moves to beat K. Rool, and we need 2 instruments that I won't spoil for Connor, because I don't know if he's read that hint yet or not. I'm also going to read this one. Oh, my God. Whoa. Okay.
Okay, that's a big McFatty hint right there.
Give me a sec to do all that.
So what this means is that there is something in this area that will help you on the path to all these various, threads that you need to complete in order to beat the seed.
Portions of the end game.
Yeah. Massive ones being all the different keys, because you do need all 8 of them to eventually get into the K. Rool fight. And then anything that will help you get access to the various moves that let you do the different phases of the K. Rool fight. Tiny and whoever the other 2 happen to be.
Yeah, and that region, so the regions that you're seeing there, that was a Japes Lowlands hint. And those names for the regions are kind of arbitrary. We just, as a community, as a community, we kind of just named those. They aren't like, you're not going to like look in Wrinkly's not going to tell you like, oh, go to Japes Lowlands to find your things, young Donkey Kong. It said, I'm going to fall down. No, I'm not going to fall down. I'm going to save it.
Yeah, this is an analogy trick that Keiper is doing right now. You can climb up slopes infinitely. Very nicely done.
We are not so fortunate to have literal text on screen describing our region areas. We kind of have just...
I'll do this. This is fine.
We just make it up as we go along. It's fine. It's actually on the pause menu, so if you ever want to know what region you're in, you just pause the game and it shows right at the bottom.
Now, right now, I think this is the perfect time. We got 50 seconds left on Keiper's clock right now. Let's go ahead and shoot it over to Mr. to Shout, and let's talk about some donations.
Do you even remember who I am?
God, yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah, we know.
I remember these.
I'm playing a randomizer.
All right. Let's start with the Shaded Master who sent us $5.
Yo, what's up, Shaded?
Morning, gaming.
Morning.
Morning.
We also had a $50 donation from Orem Arc. Did someone say DK64randomizer.com?
Maybe.
Possibly.
Ooh.
And the sound effects
Am I
kicking
too poor?
$250 our
Yo,
way.
sound effects.
Yo, let's go,
He's
sound
somewhere
effects.
back there.
Morning.
Whoa!
That's him. Yo,
Morning.
Morning.
My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer despite having no risk factors and no family history. Thanks to early detection, she has now been cancer-free for 3 years. If she can get it, anyone can. So everyone stay vigilant and get tested.
Thank you, Sound Defense. Sound Defense is in the crowd here. Sound Defense has done a lot for this randomizer, both on the back end and on the front end. Massive shout out to Sound Defense. We love you, buddy. Thank you for being here, man. All right, I'm going to go into Aztec. I don't know. I'm trying not to look at Connor's screen. I'm pretty sure we might have done these levels in a different order, potentially,
It was
which would have been kind of cool. I don't know where. Okay, you are here.
Okay.
That is a good thing. Oh, yeah, so you're probably wondering, wait a minute, you just walked into that shop and nothing happened. Oh, here's that really crappy hint.
Yeah. So we cannot be coy about it. Yeah, we give away that somewhere in this level is our one missing shopkeeper, which in this instance is Cranky, or is
Candy.
Is Candy. Cranky, look, never, I'm not going to make that joke. Candy Kong. She is somewhere in this level. Where she is, we don't know. Let's see if we can find out where she is. And those are very important because that's a third of your shop checks, roughly, which all have various golden bananas you might want or other keys as we've seen in other levels. So.
And something else I also just checked there, that it was just a monkey port pad, which is the vanilla way of reaching Hideout Helm, but that is also randomized in this as well. So we call it Switch Sanity, and that pad is randomized, and also the pad in Helm Lobby as well. But you'll notice that a lot of our early game routing here is just going to be going straight to these hints and then sitting on them for a second, because you'll realize it's going to be very hard to keep up.
$1, Bob! Yeah, so anytime you see anything in a shop and we buy it for $1, feel free to shout out $1, Bob. $1 it is. Yeah, so these shopkeepers, the things they sell are random. The amount that they cost is random. And as Spike was mentioning earlier, candy is just kind of out in the pool. It's not guaranteed that we even need candy. We don't know that. Candy is one of those shopkeepers. She doesn't appear in every level. She does not appear in Japes, and she does not appear in Forest. So if any of the shopkeepers are going to be missing, I don't want to read that, but it looks terrible.
Yeah, so these hints start to add up now that we've read like 10, 12 of them, and it is very important that
You've read 12 hints? Oh my God.
I may have.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
right.
so worth pointing out, because we've definitely seen it on both sides now. We're saying, so we know, I believe, the final K rule fight for both players. They're going to have to do the K rule phases of Diddy, Lanky, and Tiny. There's various moves for each of them that they will need. I'm not going to get too into the weeds about it, but we need to find their various moves in order to beat the seed as well. As we get closer, we'll point out what they still need for go mode. And if you're sitting at home and you're like, dude, I'm super confused, that's all right. We're still confused. We've been doing this for years now. The biggest thing you can look at to get a rough idea of who's on good pace is just look at every time they pick up one of their golden bananas, what is the number at the bottom that will pop up? They need to eventually get to 64. Golden bananas can get you golden bananas, but also the blueprints that are dropped, as those can be dumped later in order to get a big fat stack of golden bananas later on.
Okay.
Oh, that was so red, I couldn't read that.
Simply put, in this randomizer, knowledge is power. If you want to see as much of the game as possible and know where as much of the game, where as much of the important stuff is as possible. That's why the hints are so essential. That's why they're prioritizing running to new levels, collecting all the info. They've got extensive nodes that they'll need to unpack this seed and crack the case.
Yeah, this has become one of my favorite randomizers to play. I genuinely, like, everyone's, silly monkey game, yay, funny. You get to play Donkey Kong 64, Chunky's got a big afro. I genuinely think from a puzzle standpoint, this is one of the coolest randomizers out there, when you actually can parse all of the information you are being given.
Connor hit a bit of a roadblock there, but he had a little bit of patience, and life goes on.
Because that enemy will send you back to the start of the level if you get
Oh, you found one of those guys.
And I don't have any move that allows me to take
just
them
walk
out.
down there.
I don't know where. Hold on. I don't know where exactly.
I don't know where.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, we're not going that way.
Big dog.
We're not going to go that way at all. Although, if you donate $1,000, I'll go that way. I might have to do it anyway.
So Gloomy Galleon is everyone's favorite level, right? Because it's filled with water.
Wait a minute, he's in Galleon. Wait a minute.
But we don't start with the training moves in the randomizer. Those are also included in the pool. So you will see me jumping across the surface of the water, which is not the fastest way of moving about this level, but I don't have the swimming ability yet that you would normally get in the training area of the game.
Yeah, one of the things I'm doing right now currently, I don't think a lot of people maybe knew this when you were a kid. You can bop on enemies' heads in this game like you can in like the classic DK games. It doesn't really work very well based on like what type of enemy it is. Oh, that's interesting.
Nice.
I'm just gonna. You ever just like leave? I'm just gonna leave.
Just walk up, go off stage.
That place smelled funny. I'm just gonna head over here.
Yeah,
I know I
right
need
there.
to do
That
this.
is one of the biggest moves in the game that our players have. It is the barrel throwing. And what that allows you, it's a trading move. You literally can just pick up barrels or boulders. And
Oh, I bet I know what this is gonna be.
yeah, this might be a little bit of a Way of the Horde item right here that Keiper is going towards. We were hinted to this earlier. So something about this is required in order to beat the seed. What it is, we'll find out in 10 or less seconds.
And perhaps that's something else that Connor has found.
Oh.
That is
okay.
not what I thought it would be. Oh, but we need. Okay,
Yes.
I understand. Yeah. Sure, I know what that means. What does that mean?
That's your problem, man.
Okay. I don't know what you said, but I'm sure it was mean and it was great. Whatever you yelled, that was fantastic. Do it again.
All right, here we can do a little out of logic skip. Since we have Tag Anywhere enabled
nice.
in here, we can just switch to DK, make the jump, and then cross without lowering the vines.
Okay.
Did we even explain Tag Anywhere? The ability.
Yeah, this is the best part of the randomizer.
You should explain Tag Anywhere.
I think I was assigned that too.
Yeah,
I believe you were assigned to do
That's
that.
kind of your mess up.
I had one job. Oh, what's happening? So Tag Anywhere. Simply put, the Kongs can just materialize into other Kongs.
Like this.
Boom, instantly. Boom, boom,
I
boom,
can't go
boom.
there.
Hey, y'all, when you get a mechanic break in,
Yes.
I just want to let everybody know we did meet the Yogi Bear cosplay.
Let's
in
go.
$10,000 like
hate
it was
that.
nothing. Y'all are amazing.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, I have not done this yet. Let's do this.
But the Tag Anywhere ability is just so essential to this randomizer because the last thing you want to do is have to run all the way back to a tag barrel to pick up anything. The colored bananas on the ground, you really don't want to have to do all that backtracking. That's one of the things that drives people insane about the vanilla game, and being able to swap Kongs instantly with the press of a D-pad is just a seamless experience. It's just a thing of beauty.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not think Chunky was gonna be able to fit in that door.
That
That was a big boy trying to get through there.
So there is a rather infamous thing in this game, the chunky minecart.
He's so big.
He's so big. So the chunky minecart minigame in this is rather, it's a little infamous for its difficulty. If any of you are wondering if I'm going to be able to see as when I do the chunky minecart with that afro, the answer is no. I will not be able to see, which is going to be pretty interesting when we get to that point. I want to come back over here now. I'm gonna come back over here, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Little mama.
Hey, boo-boo.
Sure.
Oh, wait, sorry. No,
That's great.
we gotta save that. That's
The little
boo.
boo-boo's great. Hey, boo-boo. But Yogi, the ranger, tune in for...
Your Yogi was bad, but your boo-boo was good.
Man, if I had a penny for... Never mind. All right, so I just got a hint for a move that is rather... Stop laughing at that joke.
Your boo-boo was just really good. I'm sorry.
I got a hint for a move, and that move is rather unique to what it can be talking about, so I'm gonna...
Maybe this is of interest, is it?
Yeah, this might be of interest, potentially.
Perhaps.
Okay, sure.
Oh, interesting.
All right, whatever. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting start.
Oh, God. Was this the thing that happened? Why?
Oh, no, he's writing stuff down. A little bit of an interesting start here. We actually have a fair amount of deviation between the players in terms of which moves each of them have. That's another way. Keep track of their golden bananas. Also keep track of their keys and just keep track of how many of those 25 squares are blue and or red. Again, that is just giving them more options for checks as we go. Now, while I was yapping right there, Shout! Take it away, baby. You got any donations?
Absolutely. Live Joker is setting us up here with a $75 donation. So they're finally here. Speed running for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you want to clap as we take you through this monkey rap. Hi, GDQ, first-time donor. Had to pitch in for the run I've been looking forward to the most. Very happy to see Connor and Keiper showcase the DK randomizer. Shout out to the Couch, GDQ staff, and to Mr. Game himself. Best of luck to both runners.
Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that. Thank you. We have been looking forward to this probably since we were born. Honestly, I've
been playing this game since I was born.
But I mean, you know.
Honestly, Connor's been about there. Connor's been a long time. I'd like to talk a little bit about the history of these two runners. Connor, long-time speedrunners, had many, many world records in the base game of this Connor75, and has obviously become an incredible randomizer runner. Been running this game since 2015, over 10 years now. That's super, super cool. Keiper, you could not get more opposite in that. Literally had never played the base game before, watched us playing the randomizer and said, I want to do that. And now here he is on the GDQ stage.
So the story was I'm a longtime friend of Spike, and when Spike got super into this randomizer when it first came out, I made fun of him for being into it a lot.
That's right.
And I said, you should play something else. And Spike pulled the Uno reverse card on me and said, no, you should play this. And then I proceeded to play it more than him.
Way more.
Way more.
To a weird degree.
Yeah, and
he's literally on GDQ right now.
That is very true. So effectively, what that means is all of you that are at home or in the crowd that are watching this thinking, I would never be able to play this randomizer. I've never played the game when I was a kid. Guess what? You don't have that excuse because I'm up here and I did that. So guess what? Now you have to. Why?
Oh, no.
That is so much.
Oh, no.
This is terrible.
Oh, they're both. Look at this. Look at this absolute. Okay, so while they're writing down this book, what this is probably meaning for the nerds of us, the 30 of us here in the crowd who play the randomizer, there is probably a 17-piece chain puzzle.
I know where it is.
That is potential. I'm not reading these things.
I got it in one for sure.
Oh, you got? Okay.
I got it locked in. I'm not going to spoil anything. They got to figure it out. It's their problem. They're the runners.
There's probably a 17-piece puzzle where we need to get this move over here to go over to do this move over here to get this move over here, and then we'll start getting stuff. Also, Shout, I'm going to shut up. Read some donations while this is happening.
Oh, wow. First time for everything. All right, let's take a $30 donation from Y that says, morning.
Morning. Morning.
As well as Mr. and Mrs. Arbiter, who sent in a $100 donation.
TWR.
Said, morning.
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 Well, got a lot of morning in here. Clock
Phil, hit us with all the mornings.
I'm trying to roll through the mornings. $25 donation here from Geminice. Morning, gamers.
Morning.
Absolutely surreal to be in the audience watching my friend of over 15 years, Keiper, running a game.
What's up, buddy?
I'm so proud of everything you've done, and we will be cheering you on the whole way.
Thank you, buddy.
Throw.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, buddy.
$64 as well from Frubat. Morning, gamers.
Morning.
Morning.
So proud to see all the hard work getting DK64randomizer.com on the stage at GDQ. Ooh, banana.
Oh.
You've gotten a couple of those. Oh.
Okay, well, that's very interesting. Yeah, so one thing that we're almost, we're over 20 minutes into this race, and Donkey and Chunky, they're just brother in arms, just making their way through the seed, and it's just Tudos and I right now. We got the yellow and the green, but we have not found the red, blue, or the purple Kongs, which is problematic because they're the three that have to fight K. Rool at the end. So guaranteed we need to find them, and as they now have both seen, one of them is in a shop, but you need one of the other ones to get there. We need to find Lanky in order to buy Tiny. And we've already seen a number of moves that they both lock, so this is awkward.
But we have seen where Lanky is, fortunately. There was a hint that said where Lanky is, so it's a matter of find Lanky, then come back here and get Tiny.
Oh.
That is true.
I'm the only one who missed that. Where is she? Or he?
Galleon.
Galleon. Okay.
Yes.
That's great.
That was probably not faster what I just did, but you know what? It made me feel good.
That's right.
So, unfortunately, I'm not going to get to show off one of the really cool things you can do. We talked about Tag Anywhere. And why am I doing? I can't do this. I was about to show off something really cool that I can't even do. We're going to just grab these, and then we're going to just pretend like that never happened. That bug is going to own me. Okay. We're going to come up here, and then we're just going to come over here, and then we're going to... Okay, so there you go. That's what I did. That was worth it. That was definitely worth it. Those small bananas, that's going to decide
That
this
was
race.
30% of a check. That was pretty good.
Essential.
That was about 30% of a check, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess we kind of talked about a couple of things. You see us collecting these colored bananas. In the vanilla game, when you collect 75 colored bananas, you are given a banana medal. Well, in the competitive settings, we don't really want you to have to collect 75 because that's a really big amount, despite what Ulta Biscuit may want you to do. So instead, what we do is we collect 50, and then that check is randomized. So when we hit 50 colored bananas, you'll see something pop up on our screens, and it'll be a check. And the reason why that's kind of important is because the banana medals can kind of be this awkward thing where you actually have access to a lot more colored bananas in the vanilla game than you think, with virtually no real moves available to you. And because we can just swap back and forth between Kongs, we can enter an area with a Kong that we normally wouldn't be able to access, pick up their small bananas in there without the move that the game expects you to have. Is there going to be a surprise in here? No. Okay. So we talked about the cop enemies. That little red claptrap there, if that guy is a cop enemy, he is the best on the force.
Number one cop on the force.
Number one cop on the force. You cannot get past him. It's pretty funny when it happens. Although I do have the ability to get past him now. Any type of nefarious, ooh, get up there. Okay.
Any gun, any instrument. Throw
Yes.
some orange grenades at him.
Yes.
It is possible to technically get past them without any of those things, but you got to be a little fearless and roll into their backside when they're not looking.
All right, hold on, real quick. I know we're talking. I hear Shout laughing.
I heard the Final Fantasy music earlier. I just heard the Metroid music.
Yeah, it's not great.
Rando in this is so good.
It's
I
so
love the
great.
meta. It's beautiful.
I thought you were. I thought there was going to be a donation. Like, well, man, these guys are.
No, but I mean, if you're giving me a minute, just
No,
so y'all
yeah, go
know,
right ahead. Go,
we
go,
did
go.
have a few more incentives open up for some games coming up here in Alpha Block. So,
yes.
On Dizzy Hero, we have the Show All Game Overs incentive. That is $5,000 we need to raise to get that one done. The Upgrade to All Endings incentive for All Invalidate Your Aid, that is open as well. $5,000 need to get that one done. And this one's already moving for 12 bananas, seems timely. The 12 bananas karaoke incentive. $7,000 we need to get that one done, but y'all are already 5% of the way there. We've got about $700 raised so far on that. About $6,300 left to go. Make sure when you are getting in your donation that you are contributing towards these incentives and making things happen in the marathon.
I just want to say, I didn't look at what that bonus barrel was. I hope it was nothing.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I did not look up. Gamers don't look up most of the time, and I get got by that a lot. So,
What could possibly go wrong?
oh, crap. Okay.
What's convenient about that hint is that's where he is right now.
That is where I am right now.
It's also worth noting it's fewer things, so we're getting closer
right.
to the end of something.
It's becoming a little more finite.
Is it going to be this gentleman right here,
There's
maybe?
a light at the end of the tunnel, allegedly.
Mug this guy real quick. It was not what he had. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna leave. So now what do I do? Probably this. Okay. Surely it's just, oh God. Okay. That was cool. Did you see that? I didn't mean to do that.
That was great.
Yeah, so as we're kind of bopping around to all these levels, I want to remind everybody that Connor and I, at this point in the game, we kind of have an idea of what we need for the end game, but we don't necessarily know where those things are. So a lot of those like really long, goofy path hints that we're reading, we kind of have to just go back to those areas and see if we can sniff out what moves we found there. There's a couple of them that we've already found, and I'm going to assume that the one I found in one spot is going to lead to this, and it's going to make me sad. That makes me sad. Okay. So I don't know if Connor has this move yet, but we just got one of the most powerful moves in the game, and that is the coconut gun. And there might be a sign back there that talks about how coconut gun ruins seeds. And the reason for that...
I thought it was a bowling ball.
Yeah, it's a coconut. The reason why...
What's the problem with bowling?
I was going to say, right? What's wrong with bowling? The reason why that's... I don't know. Coconut gun's a fun thing to find, but coconut gun locks a lot of things. And when you get a coconut gun hint that is on the path to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 7 things... it can get a little overwhelming.
Nah, what are you talking about? What are we talking about?
He's full of crap. Don't listen.
Whoa.
He is a broker for my misery.
What?
Lrauq and I.
What?
Lrauq and I have an interesting relationship.
How dare you? Audience, make us see 10% worse.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Beep, boop, beep, boop.
Thank you.
I don't know if you guys, there's the 10% worse. There we go. Now my seed is now 10% worse, which is interesting because Connor and I are doing the same seed. So I don't know how my seed becomes 10% worse and Connor's doesn't. But you know what? I don't ask questions.
I have my ways.
It helped that I had coconut going through factory already.
Sure.
Ramby's got a real...
Oh my God. Okay.
That's a big number.
Big number.
I can't even count that high. Okay. All right. Very good. If people are asking me to count, I can't yet. I don't have the move to do that. Perp!
Yo, get it. You need to.
So I got that just because of Aussie Spike. 2 pearls. It's easy. Just find them.
They're out there. I mean, how hard could it possibly
Just go
be?
find them. I mean, I guess I go here. That's interesting. Oh, I have this too. Oh, crap. Where did I get that? I don't even remember. Surely it won't be important. Oh, no, I know where I found that. That was in that level. On that one check
It's just right there. Of course.
It's just right there.
Go get it.
It can't be anywhere else, obviously, so just go to where it is.
I'm just trying really, really hard to just rush these hinted things that we have and assume that it's going to lead me to the promised land.
Well, you know what happens when you assume.
We can't say that.
You find the way of the horde.
Oh, that's right.
You
Okay,
find the way
I
of
was
the horde
thinking of the other thing with the... Yeah.
No, what are we talking about?
Oh.
That? Okay.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
We have found...
It was where I thought it was.
That's where you thought that's what it was?
He's full of crap. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. There's no way he knows. Maybe he knows. He might know.
We have access to the purchases of the third kind right there.
Correct. We do. I'm just gonna preemptively do that. Okay, and then you were required. Why though?
Yes, this is the tricky part of the seed where like we've done the opening routes of all of these levels. We've checked the hints, done the easy checks that we have moves for. However, now we have to think about what to do next with this stuff and process the hints. So we got that hint earlier, and we know that coconut is required for all these things, and we have the Aztec tunnels hint. So it makes sense to go to the Aztec tunnels here and utilize the coconut to get whatever is in this Kasplat.
I missed. Okay.
Blast courses are hard.
I may have fallen down.
He fell down.
So Johnny Cash is out there somewhere singing for me. We're gonna do this again. Shout, while I'm running through this blast course, hit us with a couple donations.
Absolutely. Let's take McLeod15 coming in with $64. Morning.
Morning.
BD Jeffy P with $250. Wait! I can go to DK64randomizer.com and play DK64 Randomizer with all of these great quality of life improvements and community added music in DK64. I'm heading to DK64randomizer.com now.
You sure? Well, before you do that, make sure you go to GDQ.com, GDQ/GG/donate, then go to DK64randomizer.com.
That's right.
None of those are the correct URL, but
I said it wrong. I might have said it wrong. I'm off the stage. I said our link wrong. Good.
Listen, you say DK64randomizer.com, we'll say GDQ.GG/donate.
You know what?
We
Yeah,
got
I'm gonna leave you to that.
That's right.
I'll leave you guys to do the that part.
DK64randomizer.com is going to wake up tomorrow. We just got like $1 million.
Oh no!
We have the metrics on it, and we did see a noticeable spike from
A noticeable spike.
I noticed.
not only a noticeable spike, but a noticeable spike in traffic.
Oh, I get it because his name is Spike.
That's right. That was my name in college. That's right.
Awesome.
Yep, it was great.
That's so.
I didn't really
that's
get it,
so
but now I
cool.
get it.
That's
Hey,
your
you know
name.
what? Connor, don't
I
even
can't
worry
say.
about it.
No one saw that. Everyone
Everyone
no
thought
one's-
it.
Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one. It's
That's
fine.
right. That's
All
right.
right, so the watermelons. Never mind.
That's right.
We're gonna move on.
It was floating.
I'm gonna check what I need to grab that piece. Okay. Let's do this, and we're gonna do this. I got my sniffer out. I'm not convinced that what I got here is what it's actually talking about. So
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting situation looking at the tracker right there. We do have what we like to just call a monopoly on the screen right now, where you just have every single move with one Kong. I think we can give it away. It's Diddy. No, it's Donkey Kong.
it's Diddy.
Donkey Kong has pretty nutty access to a lot of different checks right now, so he is likely locking the next piece of progression.
Shout out to that peak that Connor just did. One of the many peaks known community member JX Jacob is known for inventing, finding new ways to shove the camera through a wall so you can look at things that you can't otherwise get to. Knowledge is power.
We'll see what this is. If it's fun, I'll do it. If it's not fun, I'll leave. This is fun. I'll do it. I'm in another mini game. Shout. Hit us with some donations.
Absolutely. I want to let everyone know that production is specifically asking me to correct myself because as a 40-year-old, it pains me to say that the 12 Bananas karaoke incentive was not $7,000. It was $6,767. And furthermore, that we have a donation from Uwu It's a Wooloo for $676.
Whoa! Let's go!
Fantastic amount, though, and that one says, morning.
Morning.
From the back couch. DK64randomizer.com has been such a pleasant addition to my viewing pleasure, and Keiper and Connor are some of the best. Or, well, Connor is, but that's okay because Keiper has the best bits. Shoutouts to Lrauq, Balam, Kilklee, and the rest of the devs, and always remember, trans rights are human rights!
Woo! Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Now you get to go back to being mean to me. It's fine. That's true. That is true. Can I please hit this? Okay, thank you. All right, we're gonna sneak on past these guys, and we're gonna get this.
Oh, a little piece of potassium.
All right. Now I think I want to just do something that I probably should have done immediately. Which
Where,
is
what might
we
we
don't
use
want that.
the coconut shooter for?
Yeah. That's
don't-
the problem.
We
Yeah.
certainly don't want that.
This is tough. Both players know that the coconut shooter, Donkey Kong's classic gun, is on the path of many things. It is a very important item. But unfortunately, it's one of those that unlocks a ton of checks. So they're both searching around to see what is that check they're going towards.
Oh, okay.
God, his chin is so massive.
He's got a big chin. There are people that have big chins, right?
That's right.
That's true. We could say that, right?
I was
We
about to
allowed
say a
that?
name, but I was like, I don't think we should say it.
Are we allowed? The amount of times that I'm going to ask, can I say that?
Right.
Is going to be plentiful this seed. So here's another example of why Coconut Gun is so powerful. This entire region of this level is locked behind that weapon. So in other words, I have to go find Coconut Gun to access anything over here. There are 2 hints that we can read once we're able to dive underwater. That's another thing you're probably wondering. Why aren't you going underwater? The answer is I can't. Also, this guy's name's Kevin. Everyone say hi to Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
This guy is named Kevin because I made some settings for these a long time ago that people like to race, and by people I mean me and Spike only.
Right.
And they're called Kevin settings. Why are they called Kevin settings? Blame that guy back there.
You didn't come up with a name, so I named them Keiper's Extraordinary, Very Interesting New Settings.
That is fair.
That's right.
We named them Kevin, and then in the very first, very big race that we did, that guy locked progression, but not only did he lock progression, the seed was bugged, and the way you were like supposed to kill him was the way I did, where I kind of like bounced on his head over and over again, and basically none of us knew you could do that until that seed. So,
I mean, I knew because you do that in vanilla speedruns.
Well, yes. Okay. The people that don't speedrun the game.
We have a little bit of a different background on this.
That is fair.
There were two camps in that seed. The camp that just didn't know you could kill that guy by jumping on his head, and then the camp that got owned by the bug that happened later in the same alcove, no less.
Yes. That was pretty good.
That's another thing being a part of the DK64randomizer.com community is that you are going to live through some absolutely atrocious adventures, some terrible seeds. You'll have many amazing stories to tell each other.
Not a day goes by without somebody coming into the Discord and saying, I have found the new worst seed of all time.
Usually it's...
They might be right.
Usually the person that is responsible for that is like JX Jacob, usually. He finds the worst seeds. And then we're like, Jacob, you're going to find like a worse one like tomorrow.
Actually, he usually has a channel point redeemed for people who give him the worst seeds.
That's true. Can you please?
Cave.
Yay!
This is such a good seed now.
All right.
There's only one of those.
Who's going to explain what that is? Someone needs to explain what the bean is.
There lies in the vanilla game, and deep within Fungi Forest, a single magical large bean. What does it do? You plant it and go up a beanstalk for a single check. It unlocks one thing, and there's only one bean in the whole game, and we love it. We love the bean.
Not everybody does. There are a couple detractors. We have a couple. We have a couple bean haters out there. Aha! Funny.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny. Oh, that's so funny.
So remember, we couldn't talk to her until earlier. Oh, that is so many layers to get there.
Yeah, it's I've already kind of lost the plot potentially.
Yeah.
I can swim underwater now. What do you have? Okay, very cool. And then are you here? You are. Yes.
Oh my!
Okay.
He's got wow.
It called him weird.
It did call him weird.
It did.
I never knew that was the text. I don't know. Do you
weird.
want this guy?
Okay, did you peek that Galleon Candy had something earlier? Because I sure didn't.
I didn't know.
I had no idea there was a
got
potion
her
here.
and then just immediately went there after I came back. I was like, I'm gonna double check and make sure.
So this seal has unique text for what item is on the race, and this is, suffice to say, extraordinarily rare to see a weird monkey in here.
Also, the seal cheats, as you can see.
Oh, turbo cheats.
He basically glitches in front of you, so we just cheat as well and skip some checkpoints and we beat him.
Yep.
So, I assume that we are going to get a particular weird monkey now.
Dude, if it's the other one, this is the wildest scene. Okay.
All right.
There we
So,
That's your boy.
so it is worth mentioning there is a Kong at large. And the Kong that is at large is my good friend Diddy Kong. And Diddy Kong has a very, very, very nasty habit in seeds that I do specifically of being in really bad places.
I mean, that would be ridiculous to happen on the GDQ stage. Surely nobody looked at this seed and decided that this is a seed that Keiper must play.
Well, listen, there has been many things. He's been on, I'm not going to say where he tends to show up, but he has been on Mermaid. He has been on like boss fights that are just terrible to do. I can't do any of this. What did I come in here for?
Literally none of it.
I have terrible news. Your seed may have just gotten 10% worse. I looked behind me.
Oh, crap. So, yeah, we have a Kong at large, and he is a notorious one, to say the least. So we're going to maybe just kind of... Actually, I don't think I haven't seen it yet. Okay, so we're going to come over here and do this first.
Yeah, so now that we have diving, there are a lot of hints available in Galleon that are underwater that we couldn't get before.
I think all but one of them are underwater, and you need vines to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's... Galleon is one of those levels. I guess we haven't even really talked about why we're going to all these doors. This is where like the vanilla boss doors usually are, and this is where our information is. This hint in particular is named after another member of the community, Revan. I won't say what.
There's been so many things that we're not going to say that.
Not going to say what that is.
Nope,
you can come to our streams and figure out what all these things are named.
Right.
But yeah, these hints are honestly kind of stinky in Galleon because all of them require moves. You noticed maybe in Aztec has like a bunch of hint doors that we could just like walk up to and read. Depending upon what levels you get, you're going to be getting different varying amounts of information from them. And Galleon is one of those ones that you really need to get a couple moves. You need Diving and Vine specifically, and you also, of course, need Coconut Gun in order to get over to this one. I'm going to go ahead and do this and then swim. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
With that, both of our players moving into their second row of keys right there. Again, you need all 8 keys in order to gain access to King K. Rool, the final boss of the seed. But you also need various keys just to gain access to the other levels, which again expands on the checks that we're going to have access to.
And so, 7 of them are out in the world, but key 8, the key 8 is the tricky one. The key 8 is at the end of Hideout Helm. And we know we have, I believe it's a Diddy Chunky helm?
I went in there and couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
okay.
Diddy Chunky was the helm.
Diddy Chunky. And so that guitar hint saying guitar is on the path to key 8 makes a lot of sense. You need guitar in your helm room.
All right, let's see what this... Oh!
Oh!
We are not going there.
Yeah.
That is what we call a big old number.
Yeah, the maximum any of these levels can cost
That's
to
a
just
really bad
enter
idea
in
to be in
would...
there. I got stuck on the wall. No. Okay. I got stuck on the wall. Yeah, so this game has very we'll call them interesting. The physics in DK64, if you look at a wall as you go by it, you get stuck on it.
Yeah.
So you really want to try your best to like not rub up against walls. Even if you think it would be really fast to do that, like cutting a corner or something like that, it's almost never worth it to like try to cut the corner so tight that you like brush up against the wall, because you will lose all momentum and you will be very sad if you do that. How many? Okay. I need to update my GB count. I think we mentioned before that we need 64 GBs to get into like we need 64 GBs to like beat the final area of the game. And the reason we chose 64 is because that's literally it. That's the whole reason why.
It just works. It just works.
It simply works. So I think I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna do. I am a little again. This is a race, and we're not trying to cheat or anything like that. But I certainly do not have a monopoly with any Kong. So I am missing a move.
Nah, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
I am missing a move that Connor has. So hopefully that.
He just ate that bottle.
You're not like misreading your hints horribly or like written something down wrong, right?
No. Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. Now
Probably not.
I think you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, we're probably fine.
It is so incredibly hard to play this game and to route it at the same time, parsing what all of the different hints mean.
This is why I like being on this couch. We just
get to watch.
Holy crap.
Whoa.
All right, we'll be back. I gotta take a loan out for that. All right,
I have a feeling I'm not going to like this.
We're gonna go in here and.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's bad, right? That's real bad.
Yeah, that is unfortunate that cost so much because they just got her. And those 5 coins that they had at the beginning was just because of a rainbow coin they picked up earlier. Rainbow coins are great because that's 5 coins for every single Kong, even the Kongs you don't currently have.
Oops.
So once they find Diddy will already come in with at least $5. Finding rainbow coins, very good.
Of course, naturally, we only find one. So.
That's right.
Yeah, the rainbow coins are pretty clutch to find. Sometimes you accidentally turn the tuner up a little too high and you end up with seeds where you get 17 of them. That's happened to me before.
That's weird.
Okay, that's very strange because there's only 16 in the game, but...
Listen, man, Kevin seeds get a little weird. Kevin seeds get a little weird. Also, shout out to this custom song, one of my favorite games, UFO 50. While I'm coming up here to get this check I peeked earlier, I'm sure you have some wonderful donations for the people that are watching here in the crowd, I'd love to hear from Shout.
I have so many donations for you. Let's start with Lrauq, who came in with a $250 donation. Morning.
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 Congrats on finally getting DK64 Randomizer of DK64Randomizer.com fame into GDQ. Hear me out, though.
Hear me out?
Quit now. You have just enough time to rage quit to bunt.
Hear me out. Okay.
Hold up.
Hold up. I will
Do we
quit
have any
this.
switches?
I will quit this for an SMRPG low-level race right now. No, we're not going to do that. They would absolutely, that would be the end of me.
I
Never
also
see me again.
Also have a $5 donation in here from Navdope. We love to see Connor75 absolutely killing it. So glad I've gotten to meet you. Did someone say, oh, banana? Well, I did. $5 banana train? I have a note here from the host coordinator informing me that due to current economic conditions, bananas are costing $67 and there will be a train at 67 minutes.
Oh, man.
So you have 20 minutes left. Oh, why are they doing this? Okay, cool. $67 donation train at 67 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Look, I mean, you're moving the 12 Bananas karaoke incentive. That one's now over 17% of the way, about $5,600 left on that. Other incentives open as well. Sure, y'all, let's get this train going. Let's make it happen. You got about 20 minutes. Let's move these incentives. Let's get it done.
All right, I am going to go back into that area that I went into earlier where I swam in and was like, I can't do anything in here. Now I can do a whole bunch of stuff in here. So the way that the checks are kind of balanced in these levels is for most of the Kongs, you're going to have like 5 checks in the level per Kong, which are their normal 5 golden bananas that they get. The 4 checks, and then the Kasplat enemies that we kill. Tiny is very interesting because Tiny has this really great ability called Mini Monkey, and Mini Monkey gives you access to things that wouldn't normally be checks in the randomizer. For example, the pearls that I have been picking up are in the pool. You've noticed I've gotten 2 of them. So that means that where the pearls are normally are checks. So all of a sudden, finding Mini Monkey and having Tiny unlocks a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm gonna just hope that there is something in here that is good. I cannot believe that that door is so big. That is a tragedy that we can't get in there. Yeah, we're just gonna get in here. And we're gonna come on down here. We're gonna, I don't know why I turned into a Georgia, like, oh, we're just gonna swim on in here.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh my.
6 alive.
Oh my heavens, a plantain. What was it again, Spike? I don't even remember. Oh, good heavens, a plantain or something like that. One donation for return.
Oh, for returns HD. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, yeah.
He thinks I'm just making something up. And
Doug,
Keiper's so funny.
80% of the time you say that. That's fine. Yeah, plantains. Yeah, they're great.
Is that I can't say what that is.
Nope, that's all right.
All right, so
green.
if there isn't
Appears to be
anything
a pile of
in
junk.
here, we're gonna do a little bit of another fun.
Ooh,
Let's see. I need to turn around ever so slowly. We're just gonna get hit by those teeth, and we're gonna take a peek over here. Okay, so it's not any of these. Okay, so we're gonna do something again with the Tag Anywhere mod that you can do, where a lot of these checks that are locked behind certain moves in the game. Expect you to have those moves with those Kongs in order to access them. But because we can tag anywhere, the
you
2
just
Kongs...
backflip up like I did.
Exactly. What Connor just did.
Perfect example.
Yeah, perfect example. What Connor just did, I am about to do. And we're going to do that with Tiny. So the 2 Kongs that can jump very high are Tiny, and I'm going to use this instrument. Tiny and Diddy can jump really, really high. Chunky has really long arms, and Chunky can grab ledges. And we're going to get this, and I can't use that yet because we don't have that friend.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
He's a friend, totally. Don't you dare fall off the edge. They're going to laugh at you. What is this? All right, I'm going to check what this is. Okay, so that does fulfill. I am not doing this. I'm not doing it.
No!
I'm not. All right, fine. All right.
One time.
All right. I'll do it. Shout, I'm going to need you to do me a favor. I need you to start reading donations because I might be here a while.
All right, let's see what I got here that I can get you covered. $64 donation sent our way by 8-Bit Torrent. Thanks to the DK64 randomizer community for being so supportive and wonderful. I have from Cheese a $50 donation. Morning.
Morning.
To everyone at AGDQ. Been tuning in for more than a decade now, and I love seeing this event is still going stronger than I ever imagined. Super hyped for the DK64randomizer.com race. Here's hoping for a close one, no matter how messed up the seed is.
So far, it's been pretty messed up, not gonna lie.
Awesome.
Emmy Pup kicked in $25. DK64 randomizer right before Awful Block. Oh, my night is set. Absolutely. I'm up here. I've got my emotional support choo-choo right here with me. Reminder, y'all can win this. gdq.gg/prizes. Please check those out. You want one more?
I was gonna say, yeah, the Awful Block coming up after it. I was thinking about this earlier, that Connor and I are like the bouncers outside the club to Awful Block. If you want to get to Awful Block, you gotta get through us. So I know everybody here is super excited for Awful Block. It's always one of the highlights of GDQ. I know I'm looking forward to it. I know everybody here is looking forward to it. And it's gonna be great. You submitted something for that, didn't you?
That's right.
You didn't get in because they didn't think it was awful enough, I guess. But
It was called Balls.
Oh my God.
world record holder, by the way.
World record holder, I will say.
Actually, world record holder of the game called Balls.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't take it. It's pretty weird.
That is a thing that happened.
Can't imagine why.
I mean, hey, you never know. All right, I'm gonna swim over here. There are 2 checks in this room. So I'm gonna go ahead and squeak on in there. I have also not updated. How many do I have? Okay, cool. So I made a comment when we started. So I am using a, what is that? Ooh. I missed it because I let go of the Z button. Okay. Okay, so I made a comment before the race started to Connor that I have always used like a computer program on my laptop here that does all of the tracking like for me. I have never once manually tracked things in this game with a mouse. So I am almost certainly going to forget to click something, and that will be the deciding factor in this race, almost certainly. So that will be a...
Very nice from Connor right there.
We call that one the trophy flip.
Yeah. Oh, you did that? Thank God.
Infamous.
Oh, that means I don't have to do that. That is one of the most difficult strats.
Yeah, slopes in this game are very finicky, where you can get on them for a little bit, slide off the ledge, and then jump back like that. And it's very hard to do it the same way every time.
I'm impressed you can actually explain slopes in a decent way. I can't explain them. They just are the way they are. Like, you feel them out. You know, you have a relationship with the slope that you kind of have to negotiate your way up.
And there's different levels to the slopes in this game. Some require the orang stand move from Lanky to climb up, and others don't, even though they look like maybe they should.
Slopes move in mysterious ways.
Yeah, and Tiny has some interesting physics where that little kick jump that I didn't mean to do that. I know it looks like I meant to do that. I didn't do it.
Intentional.
I know
Lock
it looks
this
like I
man
meant
up.
to shoot Diddy in the face. I promise I didn't.
Security.
I know it looks like that, man. That looked incredibly incriminating.
It's the fact that it was him.
The fact that it was Diddy, yeah. I almost did it again just there. Yeah.
Every time, just letting him know I could get you.
All right, that one was intentional. That last one there was intentional. So, what is this?
What is this?
What is that?
That is... Oh.
Okay.
Keiper got a bigger butt.
Oh.
I'm not going to explain that piece of commentary.
This is now blue. There you go.
There we go.
Explain that. The slam is now blue. And basically what that means is I can hit stronger switches. And that's cool. We like doing that. We like hitting stronger switches.
Yeah, the way they've got that split up, just like in the base game, you can go through the first 4 levels with just having the base green slam, the simian slam. But then as you go through, slowly the game's like, we needed more keys, more locks on things. So now you can hit blue switches. And if you're able to find both of those, because they are progressive, now you can hit red switches. So Keiper immediately saying, I want to go check out what some of these blue switches were hiding. Like that banana right there.
I did just get a banana, yes. The way the switch strength is determined is normally you're level 6 and level 5. I don't know why I did it in that order.
That was weird.
That was really weird. I don't know why I did it in that order.
It's all the 6, 7 conditions.
It is all this.
Yeah, dude,
oh, it
throwing
really
us off.
isn't it? You know what? I don't want to do this. I was going to do this check. I don't want to do that check. That check's slow. Level 5 and level 6 are normally the levels that have blue slams in them. And level 7 has red slams. But because the level order is randomized, our level 7 is Galleon. So that means Galleon has the red slams. And the the 6 and 5, which we have not been in 5 yet because we don't have access to it yet. 6, of course, was Factory, which means Factory has the blue slams. And yeah, that's how I'm gonna choose to explain that.
You said 6 and 5 again.
Did I really?
You did.
No. Okay. That's embarrassing.
The brain rot is setting in.
We're already like an hour and a half past Kuiper's bedtime. So
Listen,
you know,
all right, so this is not a joke. So this is way past how late I usually stay up, and everyone here in the community that is here representing is just like, how are you going to stay awake? And the answer to that is, I don't know.
Very carefully.
Very carefully.
Have we ever had a run? I know we've had all sorts of things happen on stage here at GDQ, but have we ever had someone fall asleep mid-run? That would be next level.
It might be me. It might be. I might be the first, potentially.
Well, as we ponder that, let's go ahead and throw it back over to Shout. Shout, I know we're about 9 minutes out from the big train.
We are, and the tickets are loading up, much to my dismay. But y'all, you know what? Keep it coming. If you want to send in those $65 donations, if you want to do $25, 67 cents, that all counts too. It's going towards charity, and we appreciate every ounce of it. Nintendo Sarah has sent us a $25 donation that says, Morning from the back couch. So excited to see DK64Randomizer.com finally get an AGDQ. Let's go, Kuiper and Connor. I also have a donation that I am going to read a little slowly from the GDQ photographer for $10. Consider holding your signs up as I read this donation. Did someone say DK64Randomizer.com? Woo!
Don't think you. So this is the part where I have completely forgotten what Kongs have blueprints I can turn in.
Oh, yeah, because you normally have that auto track.
But fortunately, you can hit D-pad up to view
I can hit D-pad up. That is true. I forgot about that. Instead, I'm just going to do this.
The ancient technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the vanilla game, right?
No.
Yeah, it totally is. Yeah, if you take your game home, yeah, you'll be able to do that.
The amount of quality of life that the randomizer devs have added to this game is just out of this world. It just speeds up the game so much more than you ever would have thought have.
There's some really subtle things too, like banana port warps moving just almost instantly. What it actually is it's taking the multiplayer warp animation instead of the like banana peel zipping open and capturing you and then transporting you elsewhere.
Yeah, a lot of subtle little cutscenes that they removed just to speed it up.
Fun fact about that multiplayer transport. At one point when we were testing around with it.
Don't worry about that. If you want to know why they're saluting, you can come to twitch.tv/KeiperDontCare. That's another thing I don't want to it's stand for the national anthem is all.
That's it.
Anyway,
Shout while we're
back to story time.
Yeah, story time. We'll get to shout, but we're gonna go to story time anyway.
Quick story time.
Quick story time.
The multiplayer warps, they like shrink you and enlarge you, and we found while testing that if you like interrupted that animation somehow, you could stay small. So you could get like a really, really small chunky running around that was still like normal sized and just do all sorts of weird stuff with it.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
My God.
That is definitely unfortunate to read because, again, the colored bananas pool of checks pretty much are always going to be the slowest pool. As you need to get 50 colored bananas with each of the Kongs in order to get their check. So it's a lot of investment for something that might not be a big payout. You don't know. Speaking of big payouts, though, we just saw one there for Connor. Might see here in a little bit for Kuiper. But one step closer to beating the seed.
That is one of those slow checks where you can read the text first, and it will tell you if there's an important item on it before you commit to doing, the 40-second timer on it.
I'm gonna elect to not buy that. One thing that you'll notice on my end, and I'm sure Connor probably at this point, we have every instrument in the game, and I guess we haven't really gone over what the actual requirements for Hideout Helm are. And the way Hideout Helm works is you need the instruments for the corresponding Kongs that have been randomized into your Helm order. For us, it's going to be Diddy and Chunky. We started with guitar, and I'm assuming both of us by now, maybe not. I would feel very bad if Connor does not have triangle by now and I'm spoiling it. We have both of those moves by this point. As far as everything else, we need a random move that I have not looked at yet. Actually, I don't think it's random. I'm pretty sure it's always monkey port in these. Okay, that's a cool hint to read. I know where the other slam is. We need monkey port, those two moves, and of course we need the 64 GBs. Well, to actually enter Helm, we need 50. So basically what Connor and I could do is we could get to 50, beat Hideout Helm, and then instead of going all the way to the top, just basically kind of like get a little checkpoint, like, hey, you've beaten Hideout Helm, cool. You still need to come back and grab Key 8 at the very top of it, and that will actually like complete the Helm portion of the seed. So a little bit of a routing choice that you can make there if you so wish. So I am incredibly concerned that we do not know where Diddy is.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I am incredibly concerned. There is only 2 levels. We have not seen either of those levels yet, and we do not have a Diddy hint. And I am starting to get a little scared to where our little silly monkey friend can be. You need to not hit me. Okay. Yeah, I think right now, I'm pretty sure Connor and I are probably just kind of running around grabbing some hints. Shout, hit us with some donations.
Absolutely, and also a reminder, last call's coming in to get your tickets for the train here in just a few minutes. You know what I love? I love it when donors answer questions from other donors. For example, Andy here sent in $25 so that they could ask, I'm still unsure of where I should go for Donkey Kong being random. Can you please clarify? To which Anonymous very helpfully responded with their $250 donation, DK64 randomizer.com!
Woo! How did that not go? Yo, can we get any wahays in the crowd? I'm hearing some boggy. Wahey! I accidentally hit his own switch and made it harder for me.
You're not going to lose to the tomato, are you?
I have never lost to the tomato, actually.
You're not gonna.
Losing to the tomato on the GDQ stage would be very mean.
Honestly, the greatest moment of all time.
All right, we did not lose to the tomato.
All right, we're good.
So this has to be. Okay, very cool. All right. So the keys that we are missing now are keys 4. Which, again, as you know, we've talked about key 4, and on top of giving us access to beating the end game, it also unlocks level 5. So we cannot get access to level 5, which I think at this point has to be Fungi Forest. I believe it does.
Yeah,
yes.
That is the level left.
And we can't get there until we find key 4. And I don't really have a good idea as to where that is yet. I need to drop this boulder. Just dropping that just to prep that in case I want to go back up there a little later. I do need to go back to that level and buy that move that was too expensive for me to buy. Because that was a problem that we ran into. What do you have? We're going to do this. And that would, you know what? Sure.
Drain the bank.
Drain the bank. That's fine. Sure. We need to get into that level over there. So that is what I'm going to opt to do. So... And then we're gonna come over here. Do I want to do that trick? We're not gonna do that trick. We're gonna try to be a little. So I could have done a very cursed strat there with Tiny, where you drop into the water in Mini Monkey and then you like swim over to the area that it's bad. You don't want to see me do that. I don't want to be completely broke with every Kong, so I need to not buy these blueprints. We also have like a shocking little amount of moves that we can use with the Kongs we have. Donkey, I still don't have a monopoly with Donkey, which is very concerning.
Where did that move go?
Surely I know where it is, or I saw where it is, and I just did not write it down. And everyone at home is laughing at me because like, ha, Keiper didn't write down a hint. I'm gonna try to do a out of logic little thing here to get these 2 hints. So this hint over here, normally,
Connor, what happened with that warp?
Okay, I'm not gonna go in.
I tried to use it,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't need it.
Devastating.
All right, so I'm gonna try to do something that is not easy, and
This is
I'm
very
probably
cursed.
gonna mess it up. Okay, I need to land on the roof.
Oh.
I need to. Oh, okay, that's not gonna work.
Oh, so that does that? Oh, Connor, what have you found? Oh, no.
Come on, we're gonna try this a couple more times. If I can't get it quickly, we're gonna abandon it. We'll come back later, but I basically need to like wedge myself against this wall, basically, and start mashing attack with Lanky so that I can kind of climb up this slope here. And I am not getting close enough. So we're gonna just abandon that. I'm not gonna waste too much time doing that. And I think this other one was the boss door. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. Now I need to figure out what this hint is talking about, which means I have to come back over to this level and start picking up more colored bananas. Now, I will say this, the colored banana hint, I don't know if we've mentioned this yet, the colored banana hint also encompasses that level's boss. So, because collecting colored bananas allows you to dump them off to Troffenscoff, and then you can check what the boss has. So a lot of the times what ends up happening is you can clear out your colored bananas and think to yourself, well, I've done all 5 Kongs and I haven't gotten anything yet. And you start, oh, well, maybe it could be the boss in this level. So that's always something you kind of have to keep in mind.
You say that, but that's like,
it's
the last resort.
No, it is for sure. It is absolutely the last resort. I never check bosses. I am like a known boss skipper and tend to get kind of owned in seeds where they are required. So if this one happens to be required, that would be unfortunate for me. Now, I probably should have done all of this when I came here the first time, but that's okay. I have no Lanky moves. This is terrible, Ernie.
That's terrible.
Ernie, that's terrible, Ernie.
Yeah, this is a spot where like I'm sort of struggling to figure out what to do next, and I think a good thing to do in these times is to just try and read more hints. So I'm turning in all the blueprints I can right now to reach those 49 glow bananas that we need to enter Creepy Castle, and I'm gonna go to that level and get access to 4 more hints within the level, and hopefully it will tell me what to do.
Ooh, the lag is real good.
Ooh, that chunky N64 lag.
We love to see that. I already read this hint. I just want these. Thank you. Let me go, please. And thank you, please. And thank you, please. Let me go. Let me.
Yeah, and you can see how much of a time investment this is just to check all of these. It's been a debate within the community for all the different various settings, all the different seasons, the Kevin settings, the Keiper has made many others, exactly how high to put each of these, you know, kind of barriers for the banana medals. And 50, I believe, is the highest it has been in any sort of standard settings.
It was made, it was set to 50 to spite me, I believe.
That's right.
And I have not stopped complaining about it ever since. But it does make for a lot of very difficult, very interesting routing decisions because you do have to invest that time to be like, okay, do I want to take the time to do all of these checks, all these banana medal checks, when they are not particularly fast sometimes.
It is absolutely very interesting to think to yourself that micro routing within each level of, you know, you saw there, Keiper could have picked up more small bananas with Chunky earlier, but he already knows a 5-pack later on that he's going to pick up to finish off the 50.
He wants to see one of the best parts of DK64.
Oh, you're doing it? Okay, yeah, you're doing it. I think you should do it. I think you should.
I think I should do it.
Oh! He's so green. I see why this seed was picked.
That's not good.
I need to go over here. All right, I couldn't help but look over. I really hope that's not needed because I don't have the move to do that. That is going to be unfortunate for me. But maybe not. Maybe it won't be required. Who knows? over here. Here's just a cool little whoop. You can just jump through that. Okay.
All right, that's one. That's one. Nice.
And then fortunately, the randomizer has made this a little bit easier. We have 5 lives and only need to do 2 of these stages. So it's not quite as difficult as the 8 rounds you need to do in regular DK64.
Is Connor a hammer main?
I guess I will.
I guess I will.
It makes this route of getting the hammer like this allows you to get quite a few fireballs normally, but now they're all dodging me. And this, when you take them out on the right side here, then they will respawn on the left. And ideally make it a little bit easier to climb the right side here.
All right.
But now...
Drain all my money. Okay.
I swear they're sentient. I don't understand. They read inputs.
Donkey Kong.
Leave. I am a little... Oh, should I do it? Should I count? Who wants to count with me?
Let's go counting.
All right, this is a check I normally skip, but we're gonna do it today for GDQ. We are gonna count.
Oh, what? Oh, that was that. Oh. Okay.
And while I'm here, this thing that I didn't look at. Oh, crap. Okay, all right. Well, I hope that this isn't...
It's fine.
God, all right.
Surely this isn't
Yeah,
exactly
surely
what
this
you're
isn't
looking for.
important at all, surely.
No, it's not hinted at all, is it? No. There's
Is it
no
hinted?
way.
Did I read that?
No, it's not hinted.
Okay, all right. That makes me feel better.
Wait, did you
as
say it
we're
wasn't
sneaking-
hinted?
Don't worry about it, Connor.
Don't worry about it.
Just keep on trucking.
Okay.
As we are sneaking through the Hyrule Castle courtyard here on my end for the music, shout! Get us a couple more donations, my friend.
Absolutely. If you got a minute for me, I do, in fact, have a train.
Oh,
Leave the
baby.
station.
Here we go, okay.
I can't believe you made me do it. All right. Let's start with a $64.67 donation from Corey C. Morning.
Morning.
Hey, Keiper, remember in Dr. Owen's class in college when we talk about hosting Sports Center together? This is pretty darn close, I think.
That is
proud of you getting to the main stage, dude. Good luck in the race.
Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, man.
Ethan J. kicked in $6.70 with the comment 6-7. Phoenix Captain.
Let's go.
Phoenix Captain also kicked in $6.70 with the comment, I'm sorry, shout. No, you're not. I know where you are. $67 in from Chipman A to Chipman Z. Been watching GDQ for a while and glad to have my inflated banana prices for this train. Keep up the ape work. $67 from Cubs Rule 21. Morning, Kyle.
Morning,
so much
Cubs.
into this game and community, and I'm so proud of you finally making here. Keep doing what you've been doing.
All right, what comes next? What? Okay, all right, I think it was 16. Okay.
Let's go. Woo!
$67.67 from 6-7, DK67randomizer.com.
Jeez, man.
$67 from what? 6-7. $6.70 from Jeff G. Enjoy your stay at the 6-7 Inn. I know if I
thought that was really good. I like that.
$67 from L Cheese Boy. Morning.
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 $6.70 from Hindenburg. 6-7. I'm 34 years old. Don't make me do this. And $67.67 from Whiffletree. I am 33 years old, and this feels illegal. One last donation that I want to get in here. We had a $64 donation come in from Wrinkly Kong.
Oh.
One.
Okay.
Galleon Lanky Gold Tower is on the way of the Horde.
Oh.
Two. There are 3 of these. You want me to read all 3?
There are 3 of them?
There's point 1, point 2, and point 3. I gave you point 1.
Hold point 2 and point 3.
All right, I'll hold on to
Hold
that
them
for
for
you.
now.
And also, again, thank you everyone for hopping on that train. We are 16% of the way towards all game overs on Dizzy Hero. About 4,100, 4,200 left
God.
there. About 4,600 left to upgrade to all endings on All in Valgate Your Aid. And about $5,000 left to the 12 Bananas karaoke on 12 Bananas. Y'all are amazing. Please keep it up.
Well, I'm going to head on over to Wrinkly Kong, I think, or to where Wrinkly Kong told me to go. So I got that Orang Stand Sprint. And it's really funny that I got that Orang Stand Sprint because the item that Orang Stand Sprint is probably needed for in this seed, I got immediately out of Logic with DK just rolling over to get Mini Monkey. So unfortunately, the game assumes that Orang Stand Sprint is like the starting point of this chain. And now we kind of have to just route around all that extra stuff. So that's a little unfortunate. But Orang Stand Sprint is a move that I hope we never use in any of these, because that move is behind a lot of, how many do I have? Okay, I have that. I think I have, okay, I think I know how many, how many blueprints I have, I think. Also, I can do this in Logic now. That's fun. Except I'm just going to backflip up with Tiny every time.
Yeah, it's still faster to utilize this tag anywhere tech to swap between them to get a big high backflip and then swap to another Kong with longer arms like Lanky or Chunky in order to actually grab the ledge out of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking here. Oh my God. All right, I am going to use this. Okay.
Wow.
So fun fact, now this move is hard required because this switch does not activate unless you are using this move.
Which is a randomizer only change.
Yes, that is true.
There are some little things like that that have been changed in these Season 4 race settings just to balance out how many checks moves are used for.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Wrinkly Kong.
Big assist.
Big assist by Wrinkly Kong there. All right, so I am going to take a little bit of a peek into. Let's go over here.
So that hint saying that main aisles' path to Diddy Phase likely is referring to where the peanuts are located, because I at least have already found Rocket Barrel. So that would be my first guess of where to look for peanuts later on, if it gets to the point where that's all we need. But at this time, I still need a lot more than just the peanuts. So I'm not worrying about those quite yet. We need to get Diddy first.
Take a little peek at this, too, just for fun. Just for fun, we're going to take a peek at this. See what this is. Ooh, okay, I can actually do this. Okay.
Yes.
And we're going to see two things here. Okay, that, and we're going to go over here.
Oh. What is that?
We're going to go over here now.
What?
It's really funny.
Splish splash, I be taking a bath.
All right, I'm in a mini game. There's a timer on the screen. I want to hear some donations.
Donations you want and donations you shall receive. I have a $50 donation from Weather Boy John.
Morning.
Morning, gamers. And greetings from the donation station. It's an honor to be on shift for this run.
Back there.
I'm so proud to be part of such an amazing and welcoming community. Also, yes, Keiper, you can totally say that. Do it for the hee-hee funny. Please don't actually listen to me. Oh, and trans rights!
Trans rights.
Also had $100 donations in
LOL.
from Namaha. Morning.
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 Ooh, I think I can go back here and buy those.
Man, I just need everyone to know, Connor has read some hints that if you're the 50 people right now who are playing this randomizer, we're really funny.
I can't believe it.
And it can be funny for a lot more of you if you start going over to play DonKon64 Randomizer at DK64Randomizer.com. When are we going to make a commercial?
This is the
I am probably.
This right here is the commercial.
I am probably, unfortunately, going to have to double back and buy some of these blueprints. This last, 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes or so, I have not, my GB, collection speed has slowed down dramatically. And that is something you really want to, keep up on in these seeds. But I feel like I have skipped a little too many shops this seed. I also just don't have a lot of money. So this is going to be an interesting thing to have to try to route together as I try to boost my GB count. I want to say I have one more Donkey blueprint. I think I have 2 Lankies, maybe not even 1 Lanky. I can buy both of these, though, hopefully, maybe, unless I have no money with Tiny. So let's go.
All right, $2.
All right. Now, I know I don't have any money with Tiny because Candy extorted me back in Factory. So we're going to double back and go go get some tiny coins before we come back here and buy this. Actually,
Now,
we're just going to do this instead.
I do have some info about where Diddy is, as we saw on that most recent hint that I read. But there is information to be gained here, even though I am missing the crucial sniper scope ability that allows you to zoom in and hit the targets in this next room. I don't even want that balloon. So I'm going to look up at what the potion key or Kong or whatever it is up here, just so I know what I'm aiming to get later. Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh,
So that is good to know.
this all checks out.
Yeah.
That is a thing we knew was Way of the Horde. Way of the Horde, a play on Way of the Hero from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask randomizer. But
Oh my
it's Horde
gosh.
because it's funny, because Banana Horde. Get it?
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh.
Everyone here collectively, all of the people in this room who have played this randomizer before are like, wait a minute, that's why we do that?
That's actually
$1.
$1, Bob.
$1 it is. All right, I am about to finally get into Castle and I guess see this Diddy hint.
Meet your maker.
Yeah, effectively, yes. I'm going to meet my maker. There's so many things I can't do. It's actually incredible what happens in this game when you have one level and one Kong you have absolutely zero access to.
Yeah. Because it's roughly going to break down.
Yes.
Each Kong is giving you access to 20% of the scene.
Correct, yes.
So there's just a whole 20% plus however much you're losing from an entire seventh of the big level pool that you just don't have access to. So they're having to both kind of work with some scraps right now to piece the puzzle together.
All right, say hello to Snide's favorite duo in this room, Banjo and Kazooie, on his wall.
Wait, are they actually on the wall?
Wait, let me go back in and dump some more blueprints. There they are.
Hey!
He's got great taste.
How did you do that?
Oh, wait, Spike actually doesn't know. That was a genuine, how did you do that?
How did you do that? That was so cool.
I mean, so addition to the custom music that we have in the randomizer, you can also just take images and put them in the game.
Oh, okay.
And like, this was, like, I was doing this in my hotel room this morning, like, finding good images to put in the game. It was that easy.
Disco Chunky is but the tip of the iceberg for cosmetics and DK64randomizer.com.
Yeah, there are quite a few more that we're working on getting through the pipeline. There is also believe it or not, there is a Disco Donkey.
Bro.
That is currently just on the dev branch of this. And you can imagine it's just this, but in Donkey. It's great.
It is a tight jumpsuit.
It is really tight. Like,
He put in a lot of work to fit into it.
Donkey's already kind of cheeked up in this game.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say that, right? Read donations, cover that up. Can we get some donations? I need that.
We have so many donations.
Oh, thank God.
You might
This is about to get real
you
awkward.
might need to register a new domain soon. I've got a $64 donation from DK67randomizer.
Whoa.
The sister website.
I know, it's so good. Says, we love DK67randomizer.com. Anyways, Spike, if you
Yes?
were a DK64 enemy, what would you be and why is it a naughty?
Bro,
Okay.
Also,
that speaks to me every day on the mic. Thank
Also,
you.
just want to do a reminder, we are making progress on these incentives. That Dizzy Hero upgrade to show all game overs is the next one we need to meet. We're still about $4,100 left that we need to get that met. That needs to be met by the beginning of Dizzy Hero, so make sure you are putting your donations towards those incentives when you are getting your donations in to the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
I give my life. Sorry, I'm just jamming to Snake Eater right now. All right.
I'm very happy that we have this move now.
I very much appreciated Connor's OST that we're mostly hearing in our headset. It's been a lot of Diddy Kong racing.
Brace for impact. Brace for impact. Witness.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Boss door over there.
Oh, yeah, boy. Shout outs to Vin Diesel %. It's all
Okay,
about
all right.
family.
I feel like I should probably... Okay, I'm getting all these blueprints now. This is terrible. This is so sad. I don't want the blue. I mean, I do want the blueprints, but all right. Where is this freaking Diddy hint? Where is it? Is it in here? I'm assuming it's got to be. I mean, it has to be in this level. Unless it's locked by key 4, which at that point that is incredibly bad. Give me this. Okay. Interesting. All right. I'm gonna check the shop first. Okay.
I want to give a shout out.
I know I have money with you, so get in there.
I want to give a shout out to our community. There's been just an endless amount of giggling on the front row right behind me, who I think are some of the people who vetted this stupid thing. We got him.
It really better not be what I think it is. It really better not be what I think it is. It really better not be. Okay, I need to.
You don't have to look at the door that's next to you. You don't have to.
God.
Can't buy it anyways.
No, I can't buy that anyway.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Are you out of your mind?
I don't know this game, but I feel like something just happened.
Yeah, for everyone at home who like a Kong being up in the final level of the randomizer is out of this world.
Extraordinarily rare.
It's so extraordinarily rare. There was one weekend we got 3 of them in a row. I don't know why.
It was me.
It was you. It was
I
just
got
you.
3 of
There
them
was
in a
no
row.
us.
And it was every time it was Diddy. Every time it was him. That is. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Oh my God. I cannot believe that.
Are you not entertained?
That is. Woo! That's why you were all laughing? Oh my God.
Oh yeah, it was big giggle for us.
That is why you were all laughing at me? Oh my God. Holy crap. That was awesome.
Yeah,
that was great.
They've known for a while.
I cannot.
We're losing him.
Oh my God. Oh, that's really good. Man, I thought I was falling behind when I couldn't get any GBs. I didn't know I was that far behind.
And while I've been distracting Keiper with all of that, I think I've perfectly routed this to where this is my 64th golden banana.
Yeah.
So now that we have Diddy Kong,
Ugh, that's gross.
but we cannot move on yet because we do have a hint that something in the hideout helm is path to key 4. So I know there's going to be another move in helm.
We're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah.
All information that I have been given this seed, I completely forgot it. The second I saw that just like wiped my memory of like, I cannot believe you rolled a Diddy in Helm seed. I cannot believe that.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so
That's not it. That's not it.
That's
we
not.
vaguely, so we vaguely glossed over it. So Diddy, there was a stretch of time where I personally had 3 seeds in a row where Diddy landed in Helm. And since then, not only has it happened to me multiple times beyond that, but I also have commentated tournament races with him being in Helm. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm going to volunteer to do this voluntary tournament race. And then Diddy just happens to appear in Helm. And it has certainly become a thing that I am unfortunately synonymous with, which is...
It's his natural habitat.
That's why he is... Never mind.
So in most seeds, when you grab key 8 here, you will see the runner like leave hideout helm and then go to the boss fight.
How much is in here?
But we do not have key 4,
wild.
so and we're missing moves for K rule. So that is what was needed to go back to castle.
I'm gonna do a cool thing here. I'm gonna take a picture of this fairy through the glass. Oh!
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Interesting. I'm gonna leave
nice.
now. I'm just gonna take that and leave. That felt illegal what I just did. Like, thank you, yoink. Don't know if that's gonna be needed, but we still don't have access to forest. This is incredible. God, who was it in Helm? It was Donkey. What the heck is this? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding?
Again, if you generate 100 of these seeds, 95 of them, nothing will be up in Helm. Of the other 5,
God.
maybe all 5 of them will have one thing. Keiper and Connor both learned that this seed, everything is up there.
Oh my God.
Because with Helm being the last level, there are so many moves that are needed to get into Helm, and the fact that it's 50 golden bananas, like, you're not going to have things that in Helm that as often as all the other checks in the game. Like, we're not just saying that it's rare. It is rare to have things.
It is rare.
Yes.
Yes.
Anything that's in Helm, you could just forget about for an hour and a half. It just may as well not exist, which is very, very, very hard to work with and very annoying.
Which is something I do really appreciate with DK64 is how open the game is, and you can just have moves absolutely anywhere, and you're doing the. What is happening with?
Okay. That was.
You see, you're supposed
This
to put
game-
the coconuts on target.
Right.
There we go.
I had to double check that. I'm like, I can use this ability, right?
What was that thing y'all showed in the dev interview the other day where it hits it automatically? We needed that right there.
Infinite speed bullets.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Shout, I need donations, please.
I have so many donations for you. Ronan Raven has kicked in $50. So glad I get to watch the start of the awful block with this DK randomizer race.
Wait a minute.
Wait, it's not the awful block yet?
No.
Are you sure?
I already read that hint.
I also
He's so
have
brain fried.
$6.70 from the soup store. Maybe Diddy is buying clothes. And Adam the Feverish with a perfectly acceptable donation for this hour of the night, $50, and they say, "Morning,
Morning.
trans rights." Now, good night.
Woo!
Honestly, man, that's gonna be me. This seat's gonna end. Good night. Everyone have a good night.
You are up so late.
I am up very late. We are so old. I mean, well, you're not wrong. Yeah, so I need to figure out a way to get to Helm, and
Yeah, just 20 minutes left on the estimate. How you feeling?
yeah, and the way to do that, I think, is gonna be. Let's do this. I know I have blueprints. Let's dump my blueprints. Yeah, I should have. That was such a really good idea. I didn't think about that to get the custom image. You can do a lot of really cool custom stuff in this game. The music, you've seen Connor's transition screen, the images in the background. You could do a lot of really, really fun stuff.
Yeah, and I got to give one more shout outs again to just the music randomizer. It is the coolest music randomizer I have seen in any game we've ever played with in randomizers. It's so customizable. There are thousands upon thousands of tracks, and they genuinely all sound really, really good in the DK64 sound font. So shout out to people like Sound Defense and so many others who have made those work in the first place.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
What?
Hang on, where's that?
What?
I don't like that at all.
I'm checking. Oh, wait, I do know, actually.
Check the logs, check the
I'm
logs.
checking the notes.
Where is it? Where is it?
I think I know.
This is what happens at the end of every single DK64randomizer.com seed. You end up in a situation where you need one thing, and you've got a mountain of notes to just parse through, just like you're frantically searching through everything you've got, like where's the last item, where's the last item, where's the last item?
We are gonna try to force this. I can't believe I have to do this. We're probably gonna have to like double, maybe triple dip this area. Well, no, we're only gonna have to come here twice. Ideally, God, if I have to come here again, that would be terrible. Actually, no, can I just, I might be able to do this. This might be doable. I might have.
What do you have going in? 58,
All right.
59?
I have 59 right now, so I would need to get 5 in here.
Yeah.
In order to do what Connor did, I'm assuming, so.
Again, you need 50 to
All
get
right.
in every time.
Where
but
is
you need
he?
64 to get the key 8.
There he is. There he is. All right. Very funny, very cool.
God, it was so funny.
There he is. Let's all just look at him. There he is.
Look at that tail. Yay. Double Vin Diesel percent.
So yeah, so shout out to shout out to our good friend Derpy Dragon, who I know is watching. Derpy, we wish you were here, buddy. Vin Diesel percent was dubbed the mode you get into when you obtain all of your Kongs, and the reason is, as Vin Diesel would say in Fast and Furious, family is everything.
That's right.
So shout out to Derpy, we wish you were here, buddy. I know you're watching, I know you're laughing at me for doing this stuff.
Okay, so that green potion that I saw an hour ago was unfortunately not the one I needed. So we're back to going into forest finally, and
Oh, I should have just done that one. Okay.
hoping that we get a hint to something that can help me get.
Yeah, I don't think we have
Get
to be
peanuts.
too coy about it. Yes,
Yeah.
the thing Connor is looking for right now, Connor has all of his keys. Connor has all of his Kongs. He has 64 GBs. He has access to K. Rool. The only thing he doesn't have are the peanut pop guns. So if you see those pop up on Connor's side, that is effectively a GG warp over, do 3 phases of K. Rool. But currently, right now, we're kind of blindly looking around. We don't really know where this sucker is.
I did I don't know if Connor shouted it out. Did you get the cutscene skips in Helm?
No.
Okay, so what I just did right there is, okay, we're not gonna do that one. Basically what I did there is when you play your instrument on a very, I think, what's the frame window on it? I don't exactly know what the
Two frames.
It's 2 frames. So you have a 2-frame window. What is that? You have a 2-frame window to play your instruments, and if you do, you skip the cutscene of like the little like electronic thing here blowing up. Is this gonna be? Okay, that's just that.
It's
Okay.
only the first hint you read.
That's it's literally the first hint we read.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dude, that was so long ago.
It was really long ago. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy how long ago that was.
So long ago and 3 Helm hints ago. It's crazy.
There was only one in here? Oh my god! All right, I'm gonna have to come back then. At the very least, I'm gonna be able to. This timer on the screen is gonna be gone when I have to come back here. Let's see if I can get the last cut. So this is the biggest cutscene skip. This one saves like roughly anywhere between like 20 to 25 seconds, because this cutscene that's gonna play at the end of this minigame is the longest one. So if you're gonna hit any of them, you wanna hit this one. And I'm gonna just squeak by all these guards.
Yeah, when Keiper comes out of it, there's a little bit of a visual cue you can use with the camera icon that spins in the bottom right. As soon as it is facing directly to the left, he wants to hit the C button. Let's see if he can get it.
Nope, I didn't get it. I fat-fingered 2 buttons. I didn't get it. I got the first one. I didn't get the second one, though. Again, that's only a 2-frame window you get there, which honestly works out anyway, because I want this GB anyway that's in this little thing. And if you do that cutscene skip, you actually don't, the little lightning bolt that was there, it won't go away. I am way too paranoid to not do this. This is happening. I'm gonna come all the way up here.
Yeah.
And see what this is. Okay, that's good. All right, that helps, I guess. And that it's only gonna take like 8 seconds.
Yeah, none of these hints I've read have been helpful so far.
Okay, cool.
because we're looking for Path to Diddy.
Yeah, it's pretty common in pretty much all randomizer communities that you'll hit a point where you kind of just call something, you're in a casino mode. Saying there's one thing you need and you don't necessarily know where it is.
Did I hear that we are looking for a hint?
Oh,
No,
yes.
I don't actually need a hint. Hold on,
okay.
I'm cooking.
All right.
If he doesn't need it, then I don't want it.
This is our first foolish hint that I've read so far, which means there's nothing in the Japes Caves and Mines that we need to beat this.
Thank God.
I will say I looked back at Wrinkly Kong and her eyebrow raised when you said you didn't want it.
I mean, you know. Where do I even go? Okay, I'm gonna go.
So
Is this where it? Hold on. Is this where it is? I'm gonna assume this is where it is. Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's where it is.
All right. I did not peek that at the beginning of the game, so I figured after that hint, I was like, this is probably gonna be where it is. I think this was nothing. Oh yeah, this was this.
Okay, so this was actually hinted the whole time because we read very early on guitar is path to keys 4, 8, and Diddy, and you needed guitar to go through Helm and get the sniper scope.
We're gonna go, I think.
And now with this pineapple, we can exit back to Isles and hopefully, I mean, there's only one red potion.
Surely.
Left for me, yeah.
We didn't invent a new red potion, did we?
That would be wild if you did.
Get down, Mr. President.
And there we go. That is officially go mode.
Let's go.
Although I have said that before, and then I don't look at my tracker, and then we enter K rule, and we're missing a move. That's the worst.
All right, let's try to do this check that I could have done immediately if I had the guts to do it. We're gonna get this guy out of the way first. All I need is one more GB, and then I can go to the top of Helm, and then try to chase that path down. Although I feel like I kind of have an idea of where to go. I mean, Connor did just mention it, so I have a pretty... Are you kidding me? All right, I need to actually dump this blueprint in order to get my last GB. So again, a little unfortunate from my end. I just didn't route my GBs particularly well in the kind of mid-game portion. Kind of rushed through trying to jump from check to check. So let's see what you have. Okay, you know what? Yeah, Donkey, get in there. Buy this GB. Please be able to... No! I need $1.
$4 it is.
$4 it is. All right, we're just gonna leave. We're gonna go dump this blueprint that I have with, who do I have it with? Chunky, do you have it? Yeah, Chunky's got it. All right.
So this final boss fight is actually very laggy, and it does save time to look away from these shockwaves and into the crowd instead.
That is true, yes.
I want everyone to pay attention to Tiny. She's down here fighting K. Rule, and his toes, first of all, the fact that he's got enough dexterity to move them all separately, yeah, it's kind of weird. But even weirder is if you look down, she's eyeballs deep in whatever stank is coming out the nose.
There's like a mist that just is on the floor, which is...
When's randomizing the mist color?
I gotta go. Did you find oranges by chance?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I was going to say, you should show off the oranges thing if you have them.
Yeah, that's what we do in speedruns normally, because oranges save a little bit of time. You're able to go into first person and throw them instead of standing out here and looking at the toes in full view.
So wait, is it just going to be in here at the top? Am I forgetting something? It's just going to be in here, right? Surely. Oh God, the music got really, really loud. Surely that is where this is.
Surely.
Unfortunately, I was not able to get past this door up here. And I assume that one of these things is going to... I'm basically assuming that there's going to be two keys right next to each other. Let's see. If there's a fairy in here, I'm going to be kind of sad that if it's... all right, open up.
So there are 2 phases left to this final boss fight of K. Rule. The randomizer has shortened it to just...
What?
Them.
Oh my God!
Did you forget about something?
Shout!
Yes.
Shout!
What?
Help!
What? You want donations? You want hits?
Donations! I don't know. Just give me donations.
You know what? That's what I am here for. Let's take, wow, I feel like this one is going to speak to Keiper's soul. Justin sent us $50 with the comment, IDK64, what's happening, but I love it all the same.
Oh my God.
$5 in from Val Monstera that says, ooh, banana.
Oh, banana.
And $64 from Narnicus. Morning.
Morning.
Quick question from Andy with their $25. I'm still unsure of where I should go for Donkey Kong being random. Can you please clarify?
Do we have a sign in the crowd? We got a sign.
Oh, I think they said we need to go to DK64randomizer.com.
If this just isn't the key, I'm gonna be, what? How did I miss?
It's okay. I fell too.
You did, okay, that makes me feel better.
Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one.
That makes me feel better.
Everybody gets one. Keiper's had 2, but everyone gets one.
I did have two.
Everybody
I did fall
else.
twice. I fell in the Aztec one. All right.
You just keep getting one more every time you fall down.
That's true.
Everybody
That's
gets
my rule, dude.
You get one more.
All right, so after this banana, there is only one banana left to make K. Rool attracted to with the trombone sound and then go slip on. So about 10 seconds left here until time.
Get me in there.
Yeah, so get ready for time on,
All right,
Connor.
Yeah, as soon as K. Rool slips on the banana, that will be time. Time.
Hilarious. Classic comedy.
What was the time again? What was the
Low 147.
Yo, let's go.
147.01. Very good time.
Very good
Are
for
you
having,
kidding?
for having 3 things
Dude,
in hell.
the same thing's happening to Keiper.
Okay, all right.
That same thing happened to Connor. It was so cursed.
I don't want to look. If this isn't the key, I'm going to be so confused. What? Are you kidding? This never happens. Hit the thing. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. One more. It's right here. If I don't see a key up here, I'm going to be very surprised. Okay.
Yay!
All right. Now, normally I would probably go into. I feel like I would probably go into this level anyway. I feel like I have a pretty good idea of where the peanuts are.
I like how you're so focused on this, and I have fly swatters like dancing around
Yes.
in the credits right now.
I have a pretty good idea just because of, like Connor said, that guitar hint earlier for the Diddy phase. We just got Diddy. Technically, you could maybe think that, oh, you know, maybe we checked some other stuff, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be it because, again, out of all the information that we've gathered now, I can cross off a couple things. I feel like this is going to be it.
Guess what, boss?
Yay!
Got it in one. Boom.
All right. I was able to figure that out. The sniper thing took me a second because I forgot that tree sniping was hinted. It was just like, oh God, what does that mean?
You only forgot there were 400 things in hell.
Yeah, I did. I forgot that. Yes. Ouch. Did you kill that? That guy just owned me.
That dude decided to die.
Now this is really cool because
He made the tactical choice.
I could just now jump immediately into the K. Rool.
Right, I kind of love the routing of that.
Yeah, that was really nice. I will say I'm about to do the exact same thing as Connor. I'm going to do these K. Rool phases. I know we're a little bit behind on the schedule. Thank you all so much for having us. I want everybody here. You can start with the commentators. We can go to Connor after that, and then myself at the end. Get our shout-outs. The commentators want to go ahead and go first.
All right, I got to shout out the entire dev team on this project. It has been incredibly fun to work with these guys and make something so incredible. Tudos, the boss man, on top of things as ever. Blam, he's not here with us, but he's an absolute legend of a coder. Top monkey scientist. This project is completely impossible without him. He needs an absolute special mention. Every other dev, anyone who's helped on this code base, you're a legend. Kilkley, Green Bean, Seagull, Sound Defense, Umed, Snap, you guys are just all absolute beasts.
Yeah. I'll just give a shout out to, again, this randomizer. I've played many randomizers. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Kingdom Hearts 2, Paper Mario. This is genuinely one of the very best ones you will find. It is such an amazingly fun puzzle that you can try to solve every single time with the hint systems and everything, trying to figure out all the different movement tech you can utilize with all the different Kongs. And again, what genuinely the best music randomizer I've ever gotten to mess with in all of these. You've gotten to hear so many amazing tunes from so many amazing games that are in this marathon, outside this marathon. Just DK64randomizer.com is such an easy click away for you all. Check this out. It's so much fun. And again, Keiper was here, never even played the game before. Years later, up here on the stage, you can get into the play as well. This is a great community. Come join us over here.
Connor, go ahead.
All right, this game has been my life. 10 years of speedrunning, and like I thought like speedrunning DK64 was the best thing in the world, and then 4 or 5 years ago, the randomizer is released, and I, since my AGDQ run 2 years ago of no levels early, I have not touched a vanilla speedrun this game. I've only been doing randomizer. It is that addicting, and I appreciate the dev team so much for putting this together, and of course, all of the community that's here doing races every single day, and so join the DK64 Randomizer Discord and be a part of this community too.
Discord.dk64randomizer.com.
Yes. Randomizer is absolute cinema. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Woo!
And I guess I'll start mine. Again, time's going to be the same thing for me when Lanky slips on the banana. My first thing is this community is just incredible, and I want to give a massive shout out to them. I discovered this community at a very tumultuous time in my life, and I didn't really know, as a content creator, as a gamer, really what I wanted to do. And they welcomed me with open arms despite the fact that I had never played the game before. I owe a lot to this community. I don't think I'd be who I am, where I am right now without them. And all I've ever wanted to do from that moment is to give back to them. And I felt like the best way to possibly do that and give back to all of you is get this run up on GDQ stage. And I'm so happy that I've gotten the opportunity to do that. So shout out to all of you. A massive shout out to this man right here, spikevegeta. He's gonna hate that I do this. I would not be sitting in this chair without this guy right here. He is a massive inspiration to me, as he is to a lot of other people, and he has become one of my very dearest friends. And thank you for everything you have done for this community, for other communities, for speedrunning. Thank you.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, man. One very random one. Again, shout out to all I have a couple friends here that are in that are local. My local friends here that came to see me. Shout out to all of you. Thank you for watching. Shout out to, I don't even think he's watching this right now, but shout out to my younger brother who he and I bonded over video games a lot growing up, and it's something that he and I still talk about and bond over. And you know, we look back on, you know, growing up where that was basically our babysitter. Our N64 was the thing that we used when our parents weren't home and we were unsupervised, and we would sit around and play Banjo-Kazooie all day. So if you're watching this, I love you, man. Thank you for all that you have done for me and inspiring me in that regard. I got 2 more slips on the banana. As long as he hits it, that would be really unfortunate. And I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna come over here to the 4. Am I gonna come underestimate, like just barely?
You are?
Maybe.
Oh my God, I'm underestimate.
Don't miss the banana.
Don't miss the
Yeah, it all comes down to this.
Do it.
All right, wait. And time, let's go. And one last thing I will say. Thank you to everybody here. Thank you to this amazing audience. And thank you to all of you for raising not just the $740,000 that you have raised at this event, but for the $50 million that you have raised over the last 2 decades at GDQ. One of my favorite songs has a line in it that says, "A dark world aches for a splash of the sun," and GDQ is a shining beacon of light in many times of darkness over these last 2 decades. Never forget how wonderful you are, never forget how powerful you are, and never forget how important it is to want to help. Thank you all very much for having us. Woo! We got a lot more GDQ coming up. We got the Adventures of Yogi Bear coming up. Shout! Get us out of here.